Welcome everyone to the Downtown Re-Up. This is episode 1, our brand new podcast where we talk about Dallas-Fort Worth sports and other nonsense. Maybe we'll branch out into other stuff in the future. Who knows? My name is George,
And my name is Xavier.
And I'm Carter.
and on today's agenda we have
Today, World Series Day. It's a Friday.
you.
The Friday in Texas. Just beat the Astros.
Who would've
Little
thunk,
ass
huh?
whooping in Minute Maid. How about that,
I
huh?
definitely would.
Who would have thunk?
So now we got the Diamondbacks. 7 p.m. Central Time. What are y'all thinking? How's first game gonna go?
First of all, do we think how many games are we gonna be playing in this series? I think we're gonna go to 5 or 6.
I'm thinking 6 is a nice spot there.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt this goes to 7. It's got to be 5 or 6 games. I don't want to put the wear and tear on our bullpen. I think our bullpen won't be able to handle another 7-game series.
We just put Montgomery
It's gonna
back
be
there
a
again.
lot for him.
Never
Yeah,
mind the bullpen. I can't. My heart can't handle another 7-game series.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I mean, we got Evaldi starting today. We got to win this game. Evaldi Montgomery starts or must win.
Especially with Zach Gallen pitching, he's 2-2,
Yeah.
5 ERA.
Yeah,
He should be able to hit some bombs off him. For
Is
sure.
Max Scherzer fully back? Or is he
He's
still
getting there, but
still trying
he's
it
not definitely not 100%. So.
Yeah, I mean, if that first game Max had against the Astros, man, that was ugly. That was really ugly. But
We could have won that game.
yeah, we could have too. But you know, he bounced back. Game 7. He bounced back game 7. Games right.
Yeah, it was good.
He bounced back and he put in a good 2.5 innings. And then we got Montgomery in, finished the game off. Adolis was on fire. But I do hear that Max has a cut on his throwing thumb.
a cut.
A cut, yeah. He has a cut on his throwing
How,
thumb.
how do you get a cut on your throwing thumb?
I don't
mean-
think that should affect him that much. I'll be honest.
Just
I
put a
really
band-aid
don't.
on it.
You could put a band-aid on it, but it's pretty vital for his grip. He
But
has,
if you look at Dak, he said he had a cut in his throwing hand, and look at him throwing 3 picks in one game.
Yeah, well,
yeah, it's and it's even crazier in baseball. When you're gripping the ball, you need to have, you're using your fingers
Yeah.
on the release, So if he doesn't have his grip, he's not gonna have the same movement on his
let's
balls.
invest in some spider tack.
I'll just bring the spider tag back.
Put it back in his hat.
Garrett Cole's gonna start throwing 103 again if we do that.
We got it in the bag.
Just
guys.
relax there. One of those is a bit crazy.
All right, boys, moving on to the Cowboys. What do y'all think? Sunday versus the Rams?
Man.
Should be a must-win. I'll be honest.
I was actually in the game for LA versus the Chargers before the bye week, and I'm not gonna lie, offensive wise, it was a scare. Defense looks spectacular per usual. Justin Herbert did look shaky though. That probably helped the defense a bit. There
Oh,
were
yeah.
some open receivers that Herbert missed, but I feel good about the Rams. Rams aren't. I don't think Rams are good as Chargers. I feel like our defense is gonna stay on that same level, and Dak's gonna get it going with CD.
There should be no one's really necessarily hurt at the moment in our defense, obviously, except Trayvon Diggs.
Traylon Diggs,
Weeks
Van
ago.
Oh, ACL, huh?
Yeah.
Forgot about that guy.
He actually just got the surgery. He was successful, so he'll
Keep
be back
showing up
next
on
season.
my TikTok feed with that
Oh,
Gatorade.
that Gatorade
The
commercial.
mixture Gatorade flavor. Love
Yeah,
it.
but yeah, just Diggs and Van Der Esch. Those are the big ones.
Vanders, that's where that happens every year. Every year.
Yeah, I mean that's why we signed him to a 1 year. We didn't know how his injuries were gonna look, but I feel like with Bell filling in for him, he's a great tackler, especially a great run stopper,
Mhm.
like Van Der Esch was, a very secure tackler, but just a little bit more athleticism. I think
Yeah,
Van Der
I
Esch
think
reads the
Vander's a little
game.
bit slow.
Yeah, he's slower. He reads the game better, but he's slower. You know, so it's kind of pros and cons of both players,
Oh, yeah.
but they fill the spot correctly.
So, who do y'all think is going to be like one of the star performers on the offensive side? Who do you think, like Dak, CeeDee
It's
Lamb?
gonna have to be CD. He's
Right?
been
I was
having
thinking the same.
multiple 8-9 catches a game.
Yeah, I think CD's definitely got to be a real number 1 option out there.
Oh,
Dak's just got to throw it up to him, and I'm not only saying that because he's on my fantasy team, and I would like to win
Definitely
this
say
week.
that.
Still got
Um,
money on the line. Look at him.
But CD's got to be a big factor, and I would love to see Tony Pollard to get going. Tony Pollard
We
hasn't
haven't seen a
had- he-
huge night from him.
He
huh?
hasn't been doing great. Even in LA, whenever he had that pass that he broke for 50, 60 yards, I mean, you usually don't see Tony Pollard get caught up to.
Mhm.
You think that's a touchdown every time,
Yeah.
but he got caught up to.
Yeah,
So.
they do have some fast people. You can't really just say he's getting slower too.
Right. I think it was Asante, their cornerback, who tackled him.
Yeah,
He's a
the
pretty
corner,
fast guy.
yeah.
He's a pretty fast guy, and Pollard coming off of his injury, that's no joke. So I do think he's missing half a step. but he's still a great player. Great player. And if anything, maybe we can sign up for cheaper in the off season. That would be great. But let's go around. Let's get our score predictions. I'm feeling 28-14 Cowboys.
Oh, you know what? That's pretty interesting. I was gonna go for 27. I don't know about the Rams to be honest, but I was feeling 27. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how,
27.
but 27.
27
I was
something.
thinking like 24.
24.
24.
So in the 20s range,
Yeah,
right below
we're
the
in 20
30s.
The Rams, I don't think they might
What if
get
we
over
get a-
double
what if we
digits,
get a-
but I don't think so. I'll be honest.
What if we get another 40 burger going?
40
Yeah,
burger,
I mean,
that'll be amazing. We don't
could
want
get a
to.
40 burger, but think about this. Rams defense has only allowed 4 receiving touchdowns all season.
Okay, yeah, well,
So that is a factor. Will Dak step up to the challenge? He could put 4 on them this game. You know, we have Brandon Cooks,
You don't know what type of deck you're gonna get.
Ferguson, CD. He has people, you know, just gotta, we don't know what Dak we're gonna get. Are we gonna get the Dak versus the 49ers? Or are we gonna get
The
week
Dak
1,
versus
week
the
2 Dak,
Daks.
you know?
I'm gonna be very worried if I see Dak run. I'm just very worried
Yeah,
about that.
it's a very worrying thing, but it's important. We need Dak to run. If Dak's not running, then that
Well,
offense is
Really, he
two-dimensional
needs
instead
to
of
know the
three-dimensional.
awareness of his lineman because most of the time he doesn't need to drop 2 back and then just run out. He has enough space to throw the ball. He just
True.
wants to go run half the time.
True, yeah. Whenever they do give him the option to run, he sometimes can run too much. Stop looking at his reads. You know, he's got great receivers out there. Brandon Cooks, C.D. Lamb. You know, those are 2 great route runners, 2 speedy guys. One of them is always going to be open.
No, yeah, for sure.
But okay, so we all got a pretty convincing Cowboys win. I feel like obviously with Cup and Nakua.
Oh yeah, we should be 5-2 after this.
With Cup and Nakua, they're probably going to put up a touchdown or 2. You know, those are 2 fantastic wide receivers. Nakua, breakout rookie season. Cup, Cup's been great these past few years.
Oh, yeah.
But Deron Bland, Stephon Gilmore, I think they got him.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure.
So moving on to the Mavs.
How about them Mavs, boys, huh?
Want to
Oh
know?
my God.
Undefeated doesn't get much better
Made
than
Victor
that. does it?
Wembanyama look like a nerd out there, guys. Oh my God. I was watching that game live, although I didn't finish it. I mean, that was just a sight to behold. Derek Lively is the future. Mark it down right now in your calendars. In 4 years' time, come back to this podcast. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm right, I'm gonna be rich, baby. You tell me.
That's Jackson Chandler's prodigy.
That's the prodigy in the
That-
gym.
That's it.
I tell you what, though, something that really disappointed me. Derek Jones Jr.
And it was 1 point. What do you think
Really
about
strange that he started too. I
Yeah.
didn't see that coming. A
It's
Derrick Jones
it's
Jr.
supposed to
start?
be our grand slam. Just throw it up there, Luca. He don't even have to worry about it. 1
that?
point.
1 point is crazy.
1 point.
You know how bad? Oh my God, he's a dunker and he scored 1 point. That's half a dunk.
Well,
Basically a layup to him.
And what was his field goal percentage? What did he shoot?
Let's see here. Let's check the stats right here.
0%.
0%.
0%. Oh,
0%.
Now, I'm not saying he's a bad person. He's a phenomenal player. He's
Hey, we-
incredibly athletic. He
We gotta
plays.
give him a little bit of a break though.
Oh,
First
yeah.
game. First
First
game.
game.
Let's let him a little slack a little
We're
bit.
just busting his chops a little bit. But
Given though, credit to Jason Kidd.
Mm.
He didn't play him as much as I thought. You know, he started, but he only played like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
probably just want to
You
see
know,
what it's gonna
he
do.
he saw. I don't want to say the mistake
Yeah.
in starting him.
Yeah.
You know, because we all have our off games.
Yeah.
But he realized that let's get somebody else in there that's gonna work a little better,
Oh yeah.
and he made that adjustment. And what was that adjustment? Tim Hardaway, I think that was.
Yeah,
it.
Tim
was
Hardaway.
Hardaway.
He shot
Tim Hardaway.
15 points off the
Dude.
And
bench.
wow, what a game from Tim Hardaway.
As much as I want to get away from the Tim Hardaway era, he keeps pulling me back in with a game I just don't expect out of him
The
sometimes.
thing is that you don't know which one you're gonna get. Either one game you're gonna see him go 0 for 6, the next game you're gonna see him go 5 for 5.
Some
you don't know
days,
which one you're gonna get.
some days he realizes he's the son of an NBA legend, and sometimes he forgets.
Yeah,
Pretty
and,
much.
and not just 5 for 5 on open threes. Like he shoots fucking Wemby in his face. You know, like
don't care
crazy
who's going
combo.
no
in.
care at all. If he's feeling it, he's gonna let it go. I mean, even wasn't he shooting like that crazy whenever me and you went to that Memphis game?
It
a
was
few years ago?
Memphis. I believe we went there because we wanted to see Luka Doncic, of course, and it turns out he got injured
Oh, Luca and
30
Porzingis.
seconds before we arrived to the arena. And in the fourth quarter, we were down, what was it, 11, 15 points?
Yeah, we were behind the whole game.
He was slinging that thing like no other. He was playing like Angry Birds out there. Slingshot. He wasn't missing.
It was
He
great,
wasn't
man.
missing. It was the most exciting loss of my life.
But, I mean, that's the hard way we need. You know, 3-pointers galore. That's still
That's what we're
regardless
kind of
of
known of.
yeah, regardless of having Lively, regardless of having Rashawn Holmes at our center, two non-3-point shooting centers, we're still a 3-point shooting team.
Oh, yeah.
If we're not making our threes, we're still gonna
Especially
lose.
with Grant Williams added into it.
Oh,
Just in the corner, just
What a-
playing
all
amazing.
around perfect,
what a guy,
perfect player.
Batman. That's my Batman right
the
there.
Batman.
Oh my
He's
god.
the perfect player for this time in basketball. 3-and-D. He can not only play perimeter defense. He's
Oh, yeah.
big.
He even,
That guy's
he even,
physical
he even
dude.
tried to guard Wembanyama a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh, he got
I
him.
mean,
Come
on the inside,
until he
got
posted
him.
Beyond the point. Although, so people like to criticize Jason Kidd's coaching, and I do understand that sentiment. But at first, I wasn't sure as to why he had Derek Lively coming off the bench, and seeing how Victor Wembanyama got into foul trouble pretty early, I can see why Jason Kidd decided to get the rookie off the bench. What a great move by Jason Kidd. Derek Lively showed out when he didn't really need to.
We just got
wanted
the
to-
lineup.
The lineup for the Rangers?
Yeah, we just got the
Oh, let's
lineup.
come on.
I told you.
We'll come back. We'll come back to this Mavericks.
So we're starting off.
Wait.
Oh.
I want to predict it first. I think I know what it's gonna be.
Magic numbers, huh?
We're gonna have. I'm gonna do it in order from 1 through
All right,
9.
let's see how many he's right.
Yeah.
We're gonna do Simeon, Seager, Evan, Adolis, Garver, Jonah, Lowe, Young Tavares.
This guy's
Holy
crazy.
crap.
This
I
guy is
mean,
crazy.
This guy's a nerd. Look at
I
it.
know it. I
9
just
for
know it.
9.
It's the glass as it brings it out the data in them.
It's the glasses.
They have
It's
Corbin
the Tony
Carroll
Stark
starting off.
glasses.
That's their first
Really?
hitter.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's that?
I've never heard of him. I don't think Corbin Carroll should be first. I'll be honest.
And if I'm mistaken, he bats left. He bats left against Evaldi. Evaldi's right. I mean, he's gonna have a little bit of advantage there, but
Dang.
I trust Evaldi stuff.
They have Evan Longoria all the way in the 8th hole.
Yeah.
I kind of he hasn't been doing that good, so yeah. Then Fam, Weesh.
Oh, speaking of Evan Carter, by the way.
He has an Evan Carter shirt. What guy, huh? I'll tell you what though, guys. I recently just got into baseball and all that. Were the Diamondbacks a good team to bet on to make the World Series at the beginning of the
Absolutely
season?
not.
Absolutely not. If
No, it's
I-
kind of like us.
Really?
We weren't really expected to make playoffs because especially in
yeah.
our past years.
at the beginning of the season, I think the Diamondbacks were like a 0.5%, and we were like a 2% to get to the
Yeah,
World
we
Series.
were both like at the bottom.
I remember after what's that pitcher's name? The good one that has the elbow injury. Not sure.
DeGrom?
DeGrom. I remember when DeGrom got injured. I just said, I said the one that's not Scherzer. Well, I remember when he got injured. I saw headlines on ESPN that
We're finished.
we're finished, we're done, we're cooked.
We're finished for a little bit.
Who's talking now, guys? Huh?
Hey man, this team, it's crazy. Not many teams can lose the best pitcher in baseball and still be as successful as we have been.
Well, that gets props to Nathan Eovaldi really picking it up.
Stepped up big
Going
time.
to his prime with Red Sox when he was in that World Series, just
Mhm.
cleaning that thing.
Playoff Nate in the building, and credit to
Especially-
CY, the
Especially
GM.
especially Montgomery as well.
Yes, getting Montgomery. What a trade! I mean, getting that trade has won us what, like 3 playoff games already?
Yeah,
4 playoff
I think he's
games.
3-0.
Like, that's crazy. Stratton, that Stratton trade was good. Chapman trade. Chapman trade is
yeah,
it's
yeah.
been up and down,
Might have lost or won some games.
But yeah, credit to C Young, man. That's a GM who knew what strings to pull, what we needed to succeed, and here we are. World Series.
Hey Carter, didn't you go to a World Series game? No, not a World Series game. It was the
Oh,
Astros game, wasn't it?
No. I went
That wasn't
to
It
the.
was Astros.
I went to the only home playoff game we won so far, against the Orioles.
Oh,
Against
the
the
Oreos.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
cookie.
I got us to see us advance through the AODS. What a moment! What a moment! First win in the new ballpark, first of all,
Oh yeah.
and first playoff win since 11 or 15?
No,
Did we
first
win?
playoff win? No, it's been.
It's first home playoff win.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think since
yeah.
11 or 15. I'm not sure if we
I think
won a
it's
home
15.
playoff game in
I think
15.
it's 15.
I think we lost first
Oh, I
round in
got you.
15.
That's why we have our good friend Safari. Yeah.
But
Sorry, I just keep yapping
yeah.
while I.
but going back to Jason Kidd, all the credit to Jason Kidd.
Oh, yeah.
Derek Lively not starting, he had his reasons. He
Yeah.
said that he didn't start because he didn't want him to get into foul trouble.
Yep.
And Victor
Sounds like a New
Wembanyama
York Rangers brand.
got into foul trouble.
Toronto Rangers.
Victor Wembanyama had 4
Mhm.
in the third quarter. They
Yeah.
had to pull him early.
Yep.
You know, Lively didn't. Lively wasn't in foul trouble.
Not at all. Not
You
even
know, I
close.
think if he would have started, there's a chance. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
cold feet going into the game,
This is true.
a little bit of uncertainty.
Yeah, I remember in the preseason games, I was a little worried about it, but obviously it was preseason, so I kind of just shrug off the worries about our rookies. I don't remember Omax playing yesterday. Did Omax play yesterday?
No, Omax and Hardy did not play
Didn't
yesterday.
even finish that one, yeah.
I'm hoping that's just because they were worried. I'm just hoping it was a one-game thing. I want to see Omax play out there. I want to see how he does in the regular season. In the preseason, he wasn't very impressive, but I feel like with more time under his belt, more guidance with maybe from J Kidd and all the people, the Sham God that we had training people there, I feel like we're gonna get good things out of our rookies. I mean, come on.
One thing I've noticed with Kidd though, he is a veteran first guy.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen him go, you know, Powell, this time Maxi,
Mm-hmm.
Jones Jr., ahead of obviously Lively. He had his reasons for Lively, but
Yeah.
he didn't play Omax at all.
Yeah.
And I feel like Omax could have contributed more than Jones Jr. did.
Yeah, and
No,
Hardy too. He proved himself. Well, he sort of proved himself last season. I'm pretty confused about that.
He still dropped buckets too in the offseason as well.
Yeah,
in the
Summer
off-season
League,
matches.
Hardy was great.
Yeah.
Hardy was great. I mean, he still sometimes he struggles to be very efficient.
Yeah,
He has some
But
interesting shots here and there.
he's a real he's a hustler, man.
I tell you what, his confidence never falters on the offense. That's what I love about him. He may miss, but he doesn't stop shooting.
And man, I can't explain how excited when I get when Hardy's on the floor.
Hardy party.
It is definitely a Hardy party whenever he's on the floor. You never know what he's gonna do. He's tried dunking over 7-foot centers
Why
for
not succeed?
for no reason.
Dude,
Not,
insane,
not even
man.
gotten close. But hey, he's attempting it, man, and I like his confidence.
I remember
you know?
watching his summer league highlights last year, and I was watching the game live. AJ Lawson was going off. That was great. But Hardy, he was just going in there. I believe he didn't have a good game, but he was just crashing the boards, you know?
Yeah, even when he's not shooting well, he's everywhere. He's like in a Josh Green sense,
Oh, yeah.
where you know if Josh Green's 100% every single rebound, every single defensive play,
Mhm.
every time he goes up for a dunk, I mean the energy's there all the
Yeah.
time.
Oh, that, sorry.
Oh, no, it's good. What?
Oh, that Josh Green contract?
Oh,
Oh,
What
yeah.
was it? Was it 12 million, 11 million a year?
12?
For 3 years?
Yeah, it's
I think it's
43 mil.
13 a year.
13 a year.
13 a year
Wow.
for 3 years.
For a Josh Hardy type, Josh Hardy.
Hardy.
Josh Green type player, that's amazing. We know what's even
No.
crazier. We got the Josh Green,
I know.
the Australian Bombero. Oh,
Yeah.
that's his new name.
I
No, it's not.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see much of him offensively wise
Defensively, he was
this
there.
last game.
He's always
Defensively,
defense.
always there no matter what.
Oh, yeah. Hustle.
His
Well-
offense, I did see during the what was the basketball World Cup or whatever. Yeah, the FIBA. That his offense is there. You know, if
Mhm.
His
needed.
offense is there. If
He
we
has
called to
offense.
depend on him, I wish. I believe last season we had those lineups where we had Hardy and Green out there at the same time. I kind of liked the way we played back then. It was just pure hustle, pure it was
Super
young,
fast.
youthful
Super
energy.
fast.
Which is great.
It was really fast. It was impressive to see. We weren't amazing, but I wish to see more Hardy and Green out on there.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And
Who was guarding? What's his name? Vassell from the Spurs.
Then
Vassell?
Vassell, yeah.
yo, I'm not gonna lie, Vassell surprised me. I didn't know
Vassell's
Vassell.
going
I didn't know Vassell was
crazy.
that guy.
Try telling you. That's
I
why
didn't know
they
Vassell was
paid
that
him the
guy.
big money. That guy.
Yeah,
He's the
23
guy.
points.
He's a guy. He's a good shooter. He's a 3-level
Who
threat.
was fading away in the corner like he was that dude?
He
I
was
was like,
him.
all right.
His
Yeah.
defense is immaculate as well.
You know, I did see him get that extension. I asked George, "Who is this guy?" George said he's that guy. I'm like,
That
no
guy.
way. I don't know about this
He-
guy.
He showed that
And
he was
then-
that guy.
You know, first game, he's that guy.
He's
Guys,
that
damn.
guy, guys. I'm telling
That
you.
guy.
Or he was just everywhere that game.
I know it's the Dallas Mavs, but I'm pretty fond of that Devin Vassell guy. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, you can't hate good basketball unless you're a Mavs fan in 2011 going against the Heat.
No.
We hate LeBron.
Cough, cough. Again,
Yeah, how old were we when that happened?
I don't remember.
You know,
Young.
going
I mean,
down
yeah.
going down the stretch though, a lot of the times last year we blew late games.
Oh.
You know, Luca throwing up crazy shots. Luca and Kyrie, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
My
And-
fondest memories of last year was just Luca's face turning red out of pure anger of how we can't catch rebounds.
Pretty much.
Nice.
Of him just
And
tossing up
speaking of
40
though,
bombs.
which was crazy that you brought that up. Even late game, we did miss a three, and you know who was there to rebound it?
Josh Green, and then they went. Josh Green got the board and went out right to Derek Lively, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. That new contract and that new big man, the real
Why
deal.
don't we talk about Derek Lively's putback? That was
Derek,
holy.
All the words that even need to be
bro,
spoken.
That was
I thought he was Michael Jordan for a second.
Man,
Seven
flew
foot
out of
one,
nowhere.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
He wasn't even in the camera shot. He just flew in there out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
man, because
Blink, you might miss it. I'll tell you what.
it was crazy. He grabbed the board, passed it out. That guy missed the. I don't know. I think it was Luca or somebody or Kyrie or somebody that shot it.
He might have been
And
hurt. He was over 6.
I swear, Lively he knew it was missing from the free throw line, one hand. Like that's how I imagined it, you know. But
In your head, that played in slow motion
yeah,
as well.
slow motion Jordan free throw dunk. That's what I saw.
Tongue out, hair flowing.
Yeah,
My God.
but I mean, I love that. I can't wait to see more of that. It's been a minute since we had a real big man center that can do that. You know, Dwight Powell's an inside guy, but Dwight Powell, he's not big.
No,
Lively's big and he's long, and he can do that.
Well.
And he's quick. I did get scared at first with his post defense at
Mhm.
first. He was getting gone by a little bit here and there, but he settled in and he did great.
He's gonna be a monster the next few years,
Oh,
most
yeah.
definitely. Especially once he gain some weight on him
Oh,
too, and some muscles.
Kind of
He's gonna
lanky
look
out
crazy.
there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's okay.
Little like me. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Just
But yeah, down the stretch, that was great. I want to see more of that. Luka was draining his shots, and if he was missing, we were getting boards.
Mhm.
Kyrie was draining his shots. Great on the defensive side,
yeah.
especially Grant Williams there. He had a block there at the end. It was great in crunch time.
There was some first quarter worries. Kyrie wasn't, playing like Kyrie. But as we went down further in the game, we looked like maybe our form for the rest of the season, just all in tune.
The thing,
There's harmony everywhere. I mean, I'm pretty excited.
the thing is that this is the first game. The only thing that's gonna happen, we're gonna get better after this as
Oh,
well.
right.
Yeah, hope so.
Right.
Yeah.
It was first game, but also keep in mind, very, very young Spurs team we went against.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
gonna
Very
be-
young.
They're
Yeah.
gonna be dangerous
They're
in the
gonna
next
be-
2 years.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That-
Next
that
2 years,
team-
hell, next year.
With
Yeah.
Wembanyama developing, Vassell, Shoshan. I mean,
Sochan.
is that how do you say
That's
that?
the best.
Sochan?
Sochan.
Sochan?
Vassell and then Sochan.
Sochan.
They have
Yeah.
someone else. I forgot. I think it's
They
like
had
Tyus
they had a
Jones.
guy on the
Trey Jones.
bench.
Yeah,
Something
off the
Jones
bench. Off the,
had like
something
18
Jones off the
points.
bench. Yeah, they
Yeah.
thought he was gonna start, but he came off the bench.
Yeah,
He did
16
great.
points,
I think
5
he's a
boards,
three-point
and 6
shooter, right?
assists. He shot.
He's the brother of Trey Jones. I think
he
he's on the
shot
Grizzlies.
66% from the threes.
Jeez, man.
He was lining up. But
Holy.
I
Oh,
do
that guy.
have a. Although we talking about great about Lively interior,
Yeah.
Green and Williams on the wings.
Mm.
I
Green?
still have a
Josh
concern.
Green shot 100%.
100.
100% from 3.
100% from three from
He's
three.
just that guy. I mean, come on,
Wow.
guys.
Wow.
How,
Anyways,
wait, how much shots did he take?
that's
That's good enough. Come on.
That's good. But,
Most people don't even shoot one in their lives. Come on.
like I was saying, I do have a
It's like
defensive concern. We let up, what was it, almost 50 points in the first quarter.
Holy, yeah, it was gonna be one high scoring game if they kept that up.
I thought it was gonna be domination. to be honest.
First, I
was
thought we were
closing
about
my
to do the
eyes.
first 200-point game in NBA history. That
Oh.
was what it was on track to.
Was there 200? I'm tripping. That was 2K. I was playing 2K last night. Got crazy about that. It was OKC last season. I believe they had like 160-point game. Something.
I know, but like
We blew out somebody, was it last year or the year
it was
before?
like
too?
130 something.
Yeah, we
Was it
blew
the
out
Clippers?
the Clippers by like a franchise record.
Where they scored
Most the
13 and we
Clippers ever
scored
lost
like
by.
90 at some point.
It was crazy. Anyways, yes, a real defensive concern. We know Luca's defensive flaws.
Somewhat like Kyrie as well.
Somewhat of Kyrie's as well. Kyrie a little bit on the smaller side. Given though Kyrie was a little at a disadvantage last night, that Spurs lineup is very tall, very
Yeah.
big,
Yep.
very tall lineup. So Kyrie for sure was at a disadvantage.
We did we did hustle a lot in the fourth quarter. I did see a lot of hustling defensive plays from Kyrie. He was jumping as
The
full as
thing is
might.
that if we start like that off the bat,
Yeah.
we could just blow out any team pretty much. Not any team, but majority of the teams in the where we go against.
Yeah. Certainly not
Speaking
wrong.
of, we have
It's-
the Nets tonight.
I'm going to that game, guys.
Yeah, he'll be there.
So excited.
George will be at the game.
I'm gonna let y'all know what Derek Lively tells me in the warm-ups. I'm gonna ask him about how much points he thinks he's gonna get. He's not gonna talk to me, but I can
Yeah.
dream. It's okay.
So how are we feeling about it? They got our old man DFS. Is he playing? Do we know if DFS is playing?
I hope so.
He should be playing.
I hope so.
He played today, right? I mean, the last game they played, I'm pretty sure he played.
No, yeah,
He
did.
scored like 10.
He did. He had like 20 something minutes.
I'm hoping we're gonna get another like round of applause because I believe the last time he came back to Dallas, we had like a video for him, right?
Mhm.
I hope we see
That'd be
something
the
else
best.
for that because I really enjoyed watching Dorian play.
Did he speak?
He's so underrated. By everybody underrated.
But the real question is, he went to the Nets. He slumped a little bit there.
No, definitely
He
did when he
slumped a
got
little bit
traded.
there. Is that just not having Luca's open looks anymore?
Exactly. Well, people say the Jason Tatum makes his people better. Luca makes his people worse. The whole LeBron thing. Luca's what is it? Jalen. Who was it? We traded someone who shot really good threes. Then they went somewhere else. That must have been Dorian Finney-Smith, huh? Not Dorian, huh? He played. Listen,
Also got rid
Luca
of
makes
Reggie Bullock, so.
Luca makes his shooters shoot, and they can't do that anywhere else. I mean, Luca's just
Yeah.
that guy.
Oh, they do have Cam Thomas.
But he
Just
he's basically
he just sends everything. He's Michael Porter Jr. pretty much.
Cam Thomas is so random. He had that last year, the 4-game stretch where he was going crazy. People thought he was the next big
and he
thing,
got benched.
and he got benched and nothing.
He's good at Mikal
It's because he
Bridges.
doesn't play any
I mean,
defense.
Mikal Bridges, Mikal Bridges.
McCall?
Mikal Bridges.
Yeah.
I can't say the
Bridges.
Frank.
Get that celebration that people keep doing in 2K. Over
I'm
and
worried
over
about
again.
that
Hey, that's
guy.
what I do.
I'm worried about McCall
The
Bridges.
thing is, if you give him too many open shots, he's not gonna be missing that much.
I feel like
after that.
McCall. I'm hoping Kyrie and Luca can tire out McCall because I'm assuming they're gonna try to do some nonsense around that.
You know what though? I
No,
think
definitely.
I think Bridges leaving the Suns was a great thing for him.
Oh,
It
yeah.
let his offense really shine.
He's shining, dude.
That Devin Booker was taking the ball from him over there. KD.
hate Devin Booker. You
Well,
talk
not
about
KD,
his
KD
name.
wasn't there yet, but that Devin Booker was taking the ball.
We don't talk
CP3.
about that fraud here. What are
Roger.
you doing?
Man, Devin Booker, what a
The
specimen.
thing is that you still use him when you played him in the
What a
play
piece
now.
of work, guys.
Yeah.
I got some nerve, I tell you. Yeah. Let's
Wait,
see.
speaking of Devin Booker,
They have Cam Johnson.
I feel bad for him for
He's a
losing
shooter.
Kylie Jenner.
Okay.
No, it's okay. She's with Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny's on top.
But
Oh no,
Bad-
that's
Bad
not
Bunny
Kylie.
did the
It's
right-
Kendall.
Kendall Jenner. Yeah, Kendall Jenner.
I
Kendall
don't
Jenner.
know about all that.
I do.
There's too many, too many Jenners. Too many.
Too much of them. Not enough
How many
Lucas in
are
the
they?
world. It's a couple. It's a couple.
There's a couple.
It's a
I'd be
couple.
mixing the Jenners and the Kardashians.
Yeah, I mean they're the same.
Wait, they're
Aren't they family? Like, or
No.
something? Or do they just hang out all the time? Like,
This is how you know we're from Texas, guys. We don't give a
they're
damn
just,
about all
they're
that
just
nonsense.
rich friends or something, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. They just have a TV show.
My sister just used to watch the show. And that's the reason I know.
Yeah, that's the only reason we know the Kardashians. Yeah.
So, what are y'all's score predictions for this game, guys? Nets game.
It's gonna be a high scoring still. I believe
High scoring, you
it's gonna for sure.
I feel
I
like
think-
we're gonna get a game from Kyrie.
I
Nice
hope
game.
so. I hope so.
Yes. I'm assuming he's gonna try to
I
target
think
Cam
it's gonna
Thomas.
be
at this
like
point.
one in the 120s, 115.
120 to 115.
Yeah.
That's a pretty close game.
There's a close
No,
game.
no. Scoring
Oh, we're
between
gonna score
115
15.
and
Okay,
120.
gotcha.
You know what though? I doubt we keep him under 100.
No.
I'm feeling like a 110, 120 game.
With our defense as of right now, I don't think we will be really keeping anybody under 100.
Yeah, in this league at all in general, if
Yeah.
you don't have top 3 defense in the league, you're almost never gonna keep somebody under 100.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a scoring league now. That's
I
what
don't
it
remember
is.
the last time I saw that. Actually, that's the league last night. Don't worry about that.
There you
So
go.
I think we're gonna score 117 points. I feel really good about that number. Of course, a roundabouts, but I think that's a good number. And the Nets, we're gonna win. Obviously, it's gonna be 110 points for the Nets. 7-point game for us.
And who are we feeling good performances from other
All right,
than
well, let's get Luke out the way.
yeah, other than Luca? Of course, we know
Kyrie
Luka.
has to have
Has
good
to, yeah,
performance.
come
He has to, especially having that slow bringing up. in
Yeah,
that
slow
first game.
start. Maybe he just hates the Nets that much.
Yeah.
He obviously was pretty unhappy there. So we took him away from that
It's a
situation.
Nice
He's gotta
couple
flick
of
off
40, 30
defense.
bomb. That would be pretty nice.
50 burger from Luca. That's doable.
I'm feeling a good Josh Green offense game.
You think?
I'm feeling a
How many
20 point Josh Green game for
I
some
think
reason.
we see 17 points from Josh Green. Actually.
Who would be the matchup for Derek Lively? That's the thing.
Derek Lively.
I wanna see-
Claxton's out. Claxton is
Who do
out.
they? Oh, they have Harry Giles, and then they have some random.
I want
guy.
to see how he does in the post, like his post moves and stuff. That's really gonna solidify him as a good inside. Well, he's inside center. He doesn't really shoot threes, right?
He doesn't shoot at all.
So
You'll rarely even see him shoot at
I
a
want to
minute.
see his post moves
Mhm.
such in this next game as well.
And he needs to do that. Claxton's not playing, so
Yeah.
you don't have that very good center. He's not a all star or anything like
Yeah.
that, but he's pretty good. He's gonna have some weak center play against him, and I think he needs to continue to shine. If he has a little bit of a bad game, I don't want to say bad game, but like a mediocre, more like reasonable rookie
Like 10,
game.
12 points.
A 10-8 game, 10-7. I honestly, for me, boards over points from Lively.
Mhm.
That's what matters to me the most.
I want to see 3 blocks from him. That's not happening. But I have 2 blocks from Lively.
I swear that first game he had like 1 or 2 blocks, but apparently not. I swear it looked like that though.
Trying to rob him of his stats.
Yeah.
So who do y'all think is gonna win Rookie of the Year? First of all, Derek Lively or
Or
we being realistic?
hold on.
I think Chet Holmgren is gonna win that, guys. I don't know.
Not him getting just dropped by Drummond. Who was it that he dropped him?
Somebody
He
dropped
got
him.
crossed
Yeah,
by
yeah,
Andre Drummond. I saw that.
Yeah, it was
Crossed.
Andre Drummond got.
I don't know. I just think that guy's really good, man. I really like Chet Holmgren's game.
Yeah.
I think that ruined it for him
and-
right there. That's it.
Who wasn't Chet beefing with somebody? Wemby.
Wemby.
Wemby. It's gonna be Chet and Wemby for Rookie of the Year.
No.
Oh, yeah,
For sure. Lively might play great, but he just doesn't have that offensive production.
I
that
think
those other
Lively's
players
for
have.
sure gonna be top 10 at
I
least.
think Wemby he was still in foul trouble and still got almost into to 20 points.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have foul trouble,
He-
he's gonna be dropping at least 20 points.
He had
Oh, yeah.
like 22 points in like 26 minutes.
Like,
Like he still had a great game.
he's gonna
Great
be
game.
trouble for sure, no matter what, foul trouble or not.
I'll tell you what. I'm glad we stumped them in the first matchup we've had with them. That sets the tone for the rest of the time we play the Spurs. They're,
Well,
they're gonna try
What do
to
you
make up
expect
that
when you go
loss.
against Luka?
The Lucas show never stops for no
Nope.
one, except for injuries. Sadly.
That is true.
Oh, he's playing on an injured leg, isn't he?
Who?
Luke. He's injured. He's always injured.
I believe it's his calf
Always
again.
something.
He's had issues with his calf this past year and a half. That's just a thing in basketball. Basketball is very heavy on the calf.
Tell me about it.
These guys actually played professional for our high school team. Yeah.
I didn't play high school.
I did play
Oh, right.
AAU.
I played
AAU.
soccer.
Names, balls, all that.
No.
I tried out for the basketball team. They didn't want me. It's okay.
Happens, but
All right.
Yo,
Um,
we did.
So what do y'all
Oh,
think? Anything else we should say? This first episode of the Downtime
Wait, I
Review.
want-
I would talk about stars, but me and him don't know much.
I don't know.
Mainly
You
you.
know nothing about stars.
yeah, I can go over the stars real quick if y'all want.
A little stars minute.
The Stars lost last night. A little unfortunate. Stars had a whole bunch of great chances.
Snorfest.
The opposing goaltender, he had a fantastic game. Goaltenders win you games in hockey, and that goaltender won in that game. We had great shots.
Wait,
but-
goaltender?
Yeah, the goalie.
Goalie.
Goaltender. Why does that sound weird? No, don't worry about it, guys.
But Stars are doing great. They're 4-1-1. If they would have won that game, it would have been the best start like ever, I think, for the Stars opening a season. Stars are for sure getting playoffs this year. Stars opened great. Yeah, I'm not worried about him. Jason Robertson for MVP.
He brought the dead.
Okay, as we're having some disturbances.
Maybe.
Seth followed.
But all right, George, wrap us up then.
Oh, whoa.
Xavier had some important
Xavier
words.
has something important to
say?
Xavier time.
Okay.
I just wanted to say the first playoff games are happening for FC Dallas. Come on, we can't be
No,
excited.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
not wrong.
He
And
knows something. They know something about
that's
I
crazy.
can do
That's
it,
crazy
Hastings.
though that I forgot about that because we
We're
have
literally
tickets
going
to
to
go
the
to the
game.
game.
Come
We're
on.
gonna be at the game. So FC Dallas, they have a new type of playoff
Just play
format
them on
with an MLS.
It's weird.
It's very weird. It's a best of 3, home away home game. Top seed is gonna be home first, obviously.
Okay.
So the second game is gonna be here because FC Dallas is the 7th seed. We're playing the Seattle Sounders. We have a history with the Seattle Sounders, and it's not a good one. It's consistently losing against them in the playoffs.
Are they that good?
They were pretty good.
They were
Who do
the
they have?
they have Jordan Morris.
I don't ring a bell for you at all.
I don't see
That's
no
all I know.
Messi in that
I don't
lineup.
know.
I'll tell you
Alright,
what.
Don't know
Messi,
too
no
much
nothing
about
for you.
MLS here. Don't know too much about MLS here. Any of us. You can ask me about the U.S. men's national team. You can ask me about the
We
Premier
just
League.
know about Jesus Pereira.
You can ask me about UFC, guys. I'm pretty good on UFC.
Oh yeah, UFC. We know about UFC
I know
too.
about that. I need to learn more. I try to get into it. I just can't really get into
Just
it.
knows people grab each other and throw each other.
A lot of hugging going
A
on.
lot of
in
hugging
UFC.
going on. The
Pretty much.
Dagestani takeover.
Yeah, kind of like that KSI Fury fight. A lot of hugging going on.
Whoever paid money for that, shame on you.
But yeah,
I didn't know they were fighting until I saw it on Instagram.
Fighting midday.
dude, I watched it on TikTok. I watched the
I
fight on
did
TikTok.
too. It was on live. TikTok live.
TikTok live. Yeah.
I just watched the clip after. What was that? Dillian Dallin shooting for a takedown. I'm like,
And shooting for a takedown and almost trying to knock out a security guard. I mean, what a closing act. What a closing act.
What even caused that? That big old brawl.
I don't know. Just an attention seeker guy looking for attention and money.
keyboard warrior.
But yeah, going back to the MLS, Seattle Sounders. I know for sure they were the best defensive team on our conference.
Hmm.
They have a great goalie, a great defense. I think we are the second best defensive team on our conference. Our problem was we didn't score many goals. And
We
part of
should
that,
we should have expected Jesus Pereira to score a majority of those goals, but he didn't really. I feel
Right.
like a lot of those games he didn't really show up at all.
yeah, Jesus Ferreira. Early season he was good. Late season he
Mid to
began to
late,
get a
he
little
was just
poor.
Choppy.
We've been getting goals from other places now. I'm looking for a big game from Alan
Big-
Velasco.
I feel like that home game, that second game, we need a big statement from Pereira.
Big statement for sure. And if we go to Seattle and we lose, it's a must-win game to extend the series. And
Because if we lose, win, we go back over there to Seattle, right?
yes, we'll go back over to Seattle, which I feel bad for the players, man. That is crazy. They
That's a
have to go
long
to
thing.
Seattle, come back here. If they win here, they have to go back to Seattle again. And then if we win in Seattle, we either have to come back here or go somewhere else.
Pretty much.
That's an insane amount of traveling,
That's
dude.
that's what you get for playing in MLS or any type of sport. Really,
That's true.
You know, it's easier for the European teams because, you know, they only have to travel 2 hours to get across the country. But in the U.S., 2 hours gets you from Texas to Texas. I mean,
Right.
you
I
can't
mean,
do nothing with that.
Dallas
I
to
mean,
Fort Worth,
George,
whatever.
our commute to college here would be a commute across of the UK
Yep.
over there.
It'd be from North Ireland to South Ireland. We'd meet a whole different group of people just to get to our university. Anything else? Any closing remarks from anybody?
No, I
Pretty
think
much it.
send us off, George.
All right, this is the downtime re-up. Tune back next Friday, episode 2. We're going to be talking about, well, first of all, the NBA in-season tournament. It's going to start Friday, November 3rd. And then Rangers, of course.
We'll be
really
talking about
close.
the World
Yeah,
Series will be done by
the
then.
World Series might be done by then. I think if we're talking about the Rangers on Friday, they got pushed to Game 7, I believe.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
So,
especially if
hopefully-
Adolis goes off like he did. Oh man, there could be
Yeah.
maybe game
It's,
4.
it's still hot.
Wait, quick prediction for World Series MVP. Who you got thinking?
I hope Seager because he's my favorite player.
He's starting really. He was pretty bad in the Astros series. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Started really bad beginning of the National Series, got hot near the end.
Yeah, the most important games he was there.
Mm.
Somewhere in some case.
6 and 7, he was there. Just Dolis a little bit more there than him.
No,
A little bit.
I think he's finally finding his stride, and maybe he's going to
You
continue
know,
that. into this
surprise
game.
MVP. Maybe Mitch Garver goes crazy. I don't know. I'm just saying
Maybe,
something.
maybe. So you got either Seager or Garver.
Yeah.
What do you think,
I'm
George?
going with the wild card. I'm going with the young guys.
Josh Young. Okay,
Josh Young.
not a bad shout. I'm going to go safe pick Corey Seager, a little bit risky pick Evan Carter.
Pretty risky.
The thing is, all of the safest pick probably would have been Adolis if he goes off again.
Yeah, I
It's
just
hit and miss with.
I just think Adolis hates the Astros.
Maybe.
And I think
Something's
he hates them more than me, I guess, because I really hate the Astros. But he just hates them a little bit more.
They were talking so much smack about him, and everywhere, any type of social media, you would see him getting talked smack about. Any Houston fan, pretty much,
Yeah.
despised him.
And it was funny because in the interview after the game, you'd think he was going to say something to the Astros fans. All he was saying is, I love my family. That's it.
That's all he
he's,
said.
he's a family guy. It's all he posts on
Love
Instagram
my
too. On Instagram, it's I love my family all the time.
That's so
The family
inspirational.
Big
dude.
respect to the guy. Big
Love
respect to the
him.
guy.
Even with the potential showboating he did after the home run, I don't think that much. He does that every time he hits
Bro,
a home run.
I love me a pimped Adolis Garcia home run.
I
It
don't
is the greatest thing ever.
If they were watching in-season games, he did that pretty much every time he hit a home run. I don't know why they had to make such a big deal about it when he did in the postseason.
Yeah.
He's gonna be riled up for it. Come on now.
People be bored. They find something to talk about
Yeah.
when there's nothing to talk about.
Pretty
Always
much.
something to yap about. I mean, that's gonna be us if we have nothing to complain about one week. We're just gonna start yapping.
If somehow if the Rangers win, this is gonna be the first time I see, well, besides the Dallas Mavericks, a Texan team win that I like in my lifetime.
Oh, that's true. That'll be mine too.
The Astros don't count. Fuck the Astros.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Wow.
it'll be.
What are you doing?
Yo, we gotta change our rating to explicit. I'm just
Gosh
kidding, I'm just
darn
kidding.
it.
I think we can let one slip like Disney, no? Disney lets one slip.
Slip it.
That's PG-13. Then you have one bong.
Like Dwayne The Rock Johnson in that one movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that'll be pretty
We'll
much
see
it.
y'all next week for your next re-up in your downtime.
Adios.